Every year around New Year's, I do a bunch of activities to reset my life, to create a clean slate for the year ahead. And one of my favorite activities to do is an open loop day, aka a life admin day. A day where I just get through all of the little tasks that have been weighing on my mind and tick as many of them as I can off. And in this video, I have filmed myself doing an open loop day, a life admin day, to inspire you to do the same. To start my day out, I'm brain dumping every single open loop that is on my mind. Every single one. I use Notion to do this, and I kind of like to separate it by category. For example, errands, home stuff, relationships. That way I can do everything in bulk. I don't want to go out on an errand and then do something at home and then go out on another errand. I want to get all my errands done in one go. I want to do all my stuff at home in one go. If you're like, I know I have things to do, but I can't really remember them right now, I have a brain dump guided video. It's free. I'll have it linked down below. If you're part of my intention membership, there's also an extended brain dump video. Even just the act of brain dumping can give you that sense of, okay, I have a clean slate, I have a mission. My head feels clear. I love starting with a quick, easy win to get myself motivated for the day. You really want to pick something where you can visually see the progress, especially with little tasks like this that aren't really that fun to do. Progress is what's going to motivate you. I started with clearing out our little lazy Susan. This always gets so messy. It was time for it to be cleaned. There were containers that weren't being used. It was overflowing and it ended up looking much better. Then I got this grain holder that had been sitting there empty for months. My mom's love language is buying me things that have really helped her. This is how it's supposed to work. As soon as I got this out, I started questioning how practical it was. And so I called my mom. It's just been sitting there and I was like, I should fill it up. And then I was like, wait, how does this practically work? Who let me know that actually after using it for a longer time, she hated it and that I shouldn't use it. So that takes one task off my list, which is good. Apparently things just get stuck because the actual dispenser hole is really small. The next thing on my list was cleaning up this space behind my couch that most of the time is hidden. You can't really see this, but it's a mess. I cleaned up these cords at the back. This is one of those spaces where no one else sees it except for me, but when I see it, it makes me feel overwhelmed. And as I was cleaning up my cords, I found something. As I was clearing out the cords in the corner of my room, I found my engagement ring, which has been missing since July of this year. As I was cleaning up, I found it in the corner behind a bunch of cords. It feels like an actual Christmas miracle. I have been so distressed about this ring. I also didn't get a wedding ring. I like the one ring look. So this is kind of my wedding ring and engagement ring. I feel like I can breathe. I thought I'd update you because I've updated everyone else that I know, but let's keep moving on with our day. That was such a huge weight off my shoulders. Anyways, I kept on cord cleaning, getting this space feeling nice, and it ended up looking so much better, so much clearer, so much more spacious. I moved on to the shelves in my bedroom, which was just looking a little bit untidy. I didn't do a full deep clean of this, but I just wanted to make it look a little bit neater, and I think that I was able to do that. This is what it looked like in the beginning, and this is how it looked after I had tidied up a bit. I just wanted the space to feel fresh as I moved into the new year. The next thing that I looked at was this bookshelf. You might have seen this in the back of my videos. Honestly, I love this bookshelf. I love how it looks, and then I put books in it, and it's just so not very functional. There was a tornado earlier this year, and Luke actually ended up putting a lot of his books in here because they were in the part of the house that we were worried would get blown away by the tornado. So I took a lot of his books out and kept all the books that actually were mine or that were books that I'd read, because we actually read a lot of the same books. This is what it ended up looking like. I'm still feeling really uncertain about this bookshelf in general. I actually tried putting shoes in it because I was like, well, maybe it could be, shoe storage. It didn't pan out. Something about this just isn't working for me. I love the shape of it. I love the concept of it. But practically, I don't know if it's doing the job. But it still felt good to come to a conclusion and accept that maybe this bookshelf won't be with me permanently. Then I got dressed to go to the shops because I wanted to take these shoes to get fixed. I love these shoes, but the bottom has come off completely. So I drove to the shopping center and I put them in to get fixed. I also have some pants that I wanted to hem, but they were all out of hem tape. The shops were so busy, so this is how I was feeling. And yet I persisted. I went to another shop, got hem tape. I even went to Bunnings to get some silicone to fix the shower, because this day is all about getting those little tasks done. As you can see, I had a really good time. When I was at the shops, I got one of these containers to fill out this space above our pantry. The 3 boxes had just looked wrong for a long time. Doesn't that look so much better? I had these kitchen containers that were overflowing, so I got an extra one and I divvied things out, which felt a lot better. Then onto the hemming saga. I had 2 pants that I wanted to hem, and I decided I was going to use some hemming tape and do it on my own.
They're very thick.
They are
What
thick.
is this thing?
It's got a second layer. So I got Luke to pin the pants first by standing on a chair.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't let me know this.
Pants number 2. Get the pins.
Get back on the chair.
Get to work. It's a little too long. I feel like it's dragging. Now that it's hanging loose, it's like dragging on the floor or dragging on the chair. That feels good.
That's much higher.
All right. Thank you, my love.
It's okay.
Pants pinned. Whoa. Then I watched a bunch of tutorials on how to use hemming tape and how to hem pants. And then I got to work. I measured, I cut, I ironed. I tell you what, I thought this was going to be so much easier than it actually was. I really, in my head, was thinking it'll take me about an hour to hem these 2 pants. It took a lot longer than that. This is how I was feeling at that point as I moved on to my second pair of pants, which ended up looking like this. After doing that and how long it took, it's so much easier to take these to a seamstress than to DIY it, but it saves some money and it's really not a deeply unpleasant way to spend your time. You can just chug on a podcast. You'll be fine. I am also going to, I think it's called butterfly stitch it. I don't know why I said butterfly stitch here. That's not what I meant. I think a butterfly stitch is like a stitch on your body. Anyways, let's move on. Even though this hem tape had good reviews, I don't want this unraveling in the wash. I also have this top that I want to stitch up. This top is cheap. The brand is Princess Polly, but I also op shopped it. And you can see that the strap is starting to unravel. And I kind of just happened to have the perfect thread for it. Even though this is a cheapy top, I like it a lot. So I want to try and fix it. So it'll probably take me another hour to stitch the bottom of these pants so they don't unravel. Try to fix this top rather than just getting rid of it. We're trying to get the most out of our clothes. If you do an open loop day, a life admin day, and you feel like the day is escaping you, same. That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, man, this day is already halfway through and all I've done is hem some pants. However, I bought these pants 6 months ago. It feels really good to have them done. That's kind of like a significant task. Let's get mending. 2 pants are done. That took me ages. And I happen to have like the exact right thread. Can you see that? Basically, it's just stitching where you're not really supposed to see it. I would just have hated to do all that work of cutting using this hemming tape only for everything to fall apart. Now I'm doing this top. Let's get this done. Oh, it's gonna feel really good. And then I've got to clean up this mess. Unfortunately, I did a terrible job, so we're gonna do it again. Seamstresses, you are valued, you are loved, you are talented, you are patient. An interesting thing that I'm noticing lately is that I'm actually only ever frustrated in the way that I am right now if I feel like there's something else that I should be doing. So it actually doesn't bother me having to redo this again, but a part of me is saying, oh, like you should be onto other things right now. This sewing has, taken you so long. So it's not so much that I'm like hating doing this. I don't despise this. It's often because there's like a looming sense of you should be doing something else right now. You should be finished by now. And to be fair, the sewing has taken me almost an entire day. So I get where that should is coming from. And as soon as I can notice that should and be like, actually, like I shouldn't really be doing anything. It's okay to be slow. We can let go of that frustration. Who's mad at me? You guys? I don't think so. I hope not. But it's been so illuminating to recognize that loop. I can enjoy myself doing anything so much more so long as I don't feel like I should be doing something else. So long as I'm committed to the bit of what I'm doing. I did it, and it looks so much better than... I wish I had shown you how badly I did it before, to the point where I had to unpick the whole thing and redo it. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks so much better, and it's now a wearable top. As far as I know, I'm a soft summer, and this is like the perfect color of muted green. Oh, well that felt really good, even though it took 5 years of my life. That was a big accomplishment. Now I'm going to tidy my space. As you go about these days, you'll find yourself just making mess naturally. I cannot recommend more cleaning up as you go, otherwise you'll finish one of these kind of days, look around and feel more muddled than you felt in the beginning. You want to get these things done, yes, but you don't want to leave mess for your future self to have to clean up. Otherwise the sense of accomplishment just isn't as strong. Okay, that tidy up was definitely needed. I was feeling really scattered. Now what? Now I'm going to get some quick win kind of tasks done. I want to book a brow appointment. I want to book a hair appointment. All things that I probably should have booked for December. I feel like those are kind of December appointments, but I didn't get that, so I'm going to book them for January. I want to get a proper chop and I need to look less brunette. So let's book them in. I've been putting off booking these appointments for ages, so getting that done felt really good. The next thing that I wanted to tackle was the bathroom. We had holes in the wall of our bathroom from where the vacuum used to be, from where things had shuffled around. I also wanted to replace the silicone in our shower. This looks horrendous. I promise you, we clean our shower. We've also had people in and cleaning our shower. But mold had gotten underneath the silicone and it was uncleanable. I had tried everything, so it was time to just remove the silicone completely and replace it. I fixed the holes with this Sally's spack filler stuff, which was super easy. I don't know why I put this task off for so long. It felt really good getting it done. I'd stare at those holes every time I went into the bathroom. And then I got to removing this silicone. This turned into a really big job. I, in my head once again, had really thought, this will take me an hour. And it probably did take me about an hour just to remove the silicone. And then another 2 just like going back and forth and getting the new silicone right. Whenever I went to my shower, felt like it looked so dirty even though we would clean it. But neither of us had gotten around to replacing the silicone. And now this is how it looks. Does it look fantastic? No. Does it look way better than it did? Yes. It was my night for dinner, so I made us some dinner. Day 2 was slow. I got 3 pieces of clothing fixed. I covered up 3 holes in the bathroom, and I got started on the silicone for the shower. I'm gonna do a general tidy up of this area, these shelves, and then I'm calling it a day. These shelves weren't horrendous, but they were just looking a little all over the shop, so I wanted to do a bit of a tidy, get them feeling fresh as we move into the new year. This is how they ended up looking. Nothing crazy, but definitely a lot better. If you liked this video, if it inspired you and motivated you to get your own New Year's reset done, I am going to be releasing a bunch more New Year's reset videos. I'll have a link to the playlist below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so that you see those videos as they come out. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you soon.